Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Naked Reviews. I'm Yong from Sgaudiohive. Okay, so last week we have the unboxing video of the new Razer Hammerhead True Wireless earbuds, and I have the opportunity to test it out for a full week. And so here's our verdict, our actual review. So stay till the end. We have some video samples for gaming, and we will give you our final impression of these earbuds, whether it's we can recommend them or not. So for first, in the unboxing video, we actually found that the left and the right of the casing is actually swapped. But actually, this is a very good design that Razer has thought out. I've seen some other similar design. I mean, a earbud with a stock like the AirPods. They did it with the left and the right at the correct position. But when you are putting on the earphones, when you take it out, let's say you are a right-hander, you take it out. You take out the right side first, and it will go to your right ear immediately. Imagine it's at the other side. For example, we swap it around. Imagine this is the right ear, but if you want to pick up the stock, this will be the left earbud, and it will not go to your left ear. So you have to pick it up this way, like you have to twist your hand this way in order to have it in the correct position. So actually that design is actually well thought out, and it makes the usability very intuitive. Okay, so let's talk about build quality. This is a full plastic build. I have issues with the hinge. Actually on the very first day of use, just the very first day, I left it in my pocket. So I think it was squashed a bit, some misalignment with the hinge here, and when I opened it up, it got stuck and eventually it cracked. So it's very currently. I'm not too sure if warranty can claim this, but I may be too lazy to do it, as we are going to actually tear down the IEM in our next few videos. So do a full teardown of the Razer IEM. Okay, so for accessories, the earpods and AirPods accessory works very well. The sleeve, this is the AirPod sleeve. This one is actually a lot more soft, and it's thicker by quite a bit. The stock Razer sleeve is here. You can see the thickness difference. So if you want a better comfort, you can get the sleeve here. This earbud, it doesn't make it into an in-ear seal. These earbuds are not made to be are not made in a closed back fashion. So I will do it in the teardown. We will see what is the interior like and whether we can make it into a full in-ear design. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, the AirPods earpods accessory works quite well. You might need to get some trimming done for the ports, for the vent. Like this vent is covered up, so you might need some trimming, and of course you need to align the ports at the front properly, and also here where the sound comes out, you have to be aligned. Okay, sorry for the autofocus. So I'm actually I prefer this earpod sleeve. It's a lot softer and it's thicker, so it actually fits better. I have a good fit with the stock sleeve from Razer, but I have some problem with the long-term usage. After about few minutes, 10-15 minutes, I start to have some fatigue. It's painful after quite a while. So I will be cutting the sleeve here to make it into something like this, but in a thicker and a softer material. So I'll report back in the teardown video. Okay. One more thing about accessories. If you're planning to get this or something that is bigger, thicker, it may not fit in the case. For example, this one, we can put it in the case, but the case will not close. So we can put it in, but it will not close. So do take note of the added thickness. Okay, for sound quality, I have the opportunity to test it against one of the better quality earphones, earbuds, wireless earbuds. These are not truly in-ear, so this has the same exact design as the Razer. Because it is a sports-oriented earbud, it should not do a full isolation, so that it's dangerous when you go jogging on the road and etc. So for the Razer, you can do it. I mean, it's also safe to use it while you are running. You still have awareness of your surrounding. just don't crank up the volume too high. Okay, sound quality wise, if you are to compare the Bose, which is double the price of the Razer, might not be a fair comparison. It has so much space and chamber, everything is I mean, even the circuit is bigger, the battery is also better, so it might not be a fair comparison. But generally, the bass of the Razer really kicks. There's a really very big, deep rumbling bass. You must have a good seal around your ear. I mean, it must be seated properly to get that kind of strong bass. It is not very boomy kind like the previous generations. It's not the very flabby and boomy kind of bass, whereas this is quite tight, and if you have a really good seal and you're in an indoor environment, it actually is a very quick and fast bass response. Okay, so the mids are slightly muddied up, but yeah, it's not a big problem if you're using it outdoors or for gaming, because in gaming you need the treble and you need the bass much more than the mids. But for music wise, if you're an audiophile, you want a very good quality, this may not be the best option to go for. For the highs, it is slightly on the softer side. It's not as pronounced, but they can pierce through if you are in indoor. Outdoors, you might have to try some EQ. I'm using the Note 10 Plus, and I'll be using the Dolby Atmos. It works really well. Tunes up everything, tightens up all the things that can be tightened up, and it works great during commutes. Of course, you don't get any isolation, so on trains or bus, you still get outside noises coming in. It is not that much of an issue because if you are commuting, unless you really want that isolation, you really want that personal space. So if you're looking for that, you can skip this purchase. So for connections and battery life, the connection is actually quite stable. I have very few dropouts during the week that I've been using this extensively. I'm using it up to 2-3 hours a time, and I have a very good Bluetooth connection. Minimal dropouts, maybe one or twice outdoors. Sometimes I leave my phone in my back pocket, and when you raise you have something blocking the below. I should wear my bag in front of my chest, so sometimes they have to go through the additional barrier to get to me, but it works out very well. Only one or twice drop out, but once I changed to a very thick defense case about 2 days ago, I start to have issues with the connection, but it is still not that often enough to make it a big issue for me. So as compared to the Bose, they are actually on par. Okay, battery life. This is the problem with the Razer. People are complaining, oh, it only has a 3-hour battery life. It has about 3 hours plus. You can get more than 3 hours if you're only using it for music and without the gaming mode. With gaming mode on, it takes about 1 hour away, so you are left with about 2.5 hours. So yeah, this is one of the things you have to take note of when considering to buy. Okay, for YouTube videos and other videos, I use this for editing my videos on my phone. I do all my editing on my phone. I watch a lot of YouTube and Facebook videos during my spare time. So they have no visible lag. So it is very on point, which is the same for much of the mid-range, higher range truly wireless earbuds around. So maybe Bluetooth 5.0 is working its magic. But for gaming, this is where it really shines. If you are a phone gamer, but you don't play more than 3 hours a day, I mean a session, this will be great for you, because for gaming, it beats everything in the competition. We are excluding the Apple AirPods Pro because I am not an iOS user, and I understand that the AirPods have really good latency control on the iPhones. So what kind of games that I play? I do actually play rhythm games, MOBA, like Mobile Legends, and shooting games. Only Pubg, I rarely play the Call of Duty because not really my style. I have the gaming video samples right after this, so I'll be showing you the gameplay and some of the way some apps like the rhythm games, they actually have Bluetooth devices latency for you to go and adjust and without lag, and Mobile Legends and Pubg. Okay, if you have not already, please consider subscribing to our channel. We are trying to reach 1,000 followers, and I'll be releasing a DIY guide book on PDF once we reach 1,000 followers. Inside we will have pinouts for soldering, IEM pins, headphone pins. You may not be interested in that, but we will be coming up with contents like this, full review and teardown of IEMs, teardown of the Bluetooth TWS, and maybe much more in the future. So your support is greatly appreciated. So let's jump right into the video samples for gaming.
Sonic. Select music.
The system is loading in. The download is complete.
Welcome to Mobile Legends! Five seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield. Smash them! All troops deployed! First blood. 戻りたくない。
Gaming mode.
Okay, I missed out one very important aspect of this gaming earbuds, which is the ability to use the mic. Okay. For phone calls and communications, the Razer True Wireless earbuds, they work very well. You can get enough background cancellation. They do not pick up as much background noise. You might sound slightly muffled and soft, but overall the sound quality is good. So for gaming, Bluetooth issues still persist in Android, whereas if you are playing a game in stereo sound, when you switch on the voice communication key or voice command and everything, it will switch back into the phone call mode, whereas your audio will turn into mono and very low quality, just like a phone call quality. So if you are playing MOBA, like Mobile Legends, AOV, all the 5v5 games, you might be able to use the voice command because you do not need as much attention to your surroundings. You just need to have the sound of your skills and maybe your attack coming out, and that will work quite well. But if you are playing Pubg or Call of Duty or any other shooter games where you need to be aware of your surroundings, this one might have a small issue because it switched the whole mode into mono, very low quality sound, so you might not be able to discern where the shots are coming from, and etc. So this is one thing to note. Alright, so what's our final verdict on the Razer True Wireless Hammerhead earbuds? Do I recommend them? Yes, 100%. If you are a gamer, a phone gamer, and you watch a lot of videos and you use it for commuting or for sports, they do sit in your ear very snugly. I will recommend them. But if you are looking for very good high quality audio, this may not be the way to go. I believe they do not support aptX HD or aptX at all. It's only Bluetooth 5.0, and you might want to wait for the later offerings, maybe coming next year. There are so many truly wireless earbuds IEM coming out in the market. So basically, I myself will be using this a lot more than my wired options, because currently I have some issues with my ear. I have a lot of recurring infections and problems that I am not able to use my custom, so this will be my daily driver alongside my Cos Porta Pro, and I will be doing the teardown of the Razer Hammerhead True Wireless in my next video. I'll try my best to even maybe tear down the case also. I've not found any part lines, so it might be an issue. But for the IEM itself, I'll be doing a teardown review. I'll be trying out if any mods are possible on this, especially one thing that I want to do is to add back the chroma, or not chroma, at least a lighter up LED here, and we'll see if I am able to do it. So please join us for the next one. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and also do follow us on our Instagram and Facebook. Thank you so much for all your support. It has been a very good few months. We will be pushing out more contents like this, reviews, IEM reviews, headphone reviews, earphone reviews. As much as I can get my hands on, I will try to buy them and review them. So once again, thank you all very much. I'll see you in the next one.